Just kidding. Alright, boy, howdy, y'all. Shane Emers here at the ready to go over another beautiful patch. 2021.1.5 came out on the 23rd of March with a couple cool new features to make the lives of Quest users a lot less gray robot. For those who don't know, most avatars are not uploaded for use on both PC and Quest, so when a Quest user comes into a world compatible for both, the Quest user would see a lot of gray robots, meaning that the avatar wasn't uploaded for their platform. Oh my goodness, doggy. And the absolute overwhelming majority of PC avatar uploaders do not upload a Quest counterpart. No, no, no. So what do? Well, VRChat devs do create the avatar fallback system. If your avatar doesn't have a fallback, it lets you choose one from a pile of defaults, or one you've uploaded yourself, which is neat. I like it. Let's go over this for a hot second, shall we? All right, so here are my hands, as you all know by now. If we open up the avatars menu, we're going to see this here. And as you can see, there's nothing going on, nothing different here other than the words change into avatar. And that's because this avatar has a Quest avatar associated with it. But if I select an avatar that does not have a Quest avatar associated with it, you're going to see this new button called Select Quest. And if you select that, you can choose from anything in this list. And once you select it, the Quest users will see you as the selected avatar. And then when you're done with that, you can go back to select PC and select the avatar that you want and change into avatars, and it'll change it both on PC and Quest. And of course, if you want to upload your own Quest avatar, you can do that. It just needs to be considered, quote, good, unquote, or better as far as the performance options are concerned. And what does good really mean? It means that the avatar is 10,000 polygons or less and has 1 material and 90 bones. Everything else pretty much automatically falls into place when you have those things taken care of. So yeah, can't believe they brought this camera bug back. Oof. To continue to minimize gray robots on Quest, they've also changed some polygon rules, effectively doubling the amount of polygons for all ranks. 20,000 used to be a VRChat PC limit a couple years ago, for those who remember, and now it's the bottom of poor rank for Quest, which is cool. So it's going to make a lot more sense for users who are trying to upload for Quest, at least as far as requirements are concerned. Further, you can't use Final AK anymore on Quest. They yoinked it. Probably too expensive for the hardware or something. Regardless, you can't use it anymore, so keep that in mind for when you're actually developing for Quest. Other neat things are for Twitch streamers and the like. It's called streamer mode. I guess VRChat realized UI elements popping up deters from the stream, so they made some changes when you turn on streamer mode from the settings menu. So if you go over to settings on your quick menu, you're going to see it right here, streamer mode. And if you click on this, it's going to tell you a little bit about it. Keep in mind that it blocks incoming friend requests and requests 5 minutes before you turned it on. So this is not for making friends. I mean, it's fine for sending friend requests, but you're not making friends when streamer mode is on. The current instance and your name on the quick menu is also hidden. Your name is also omitted in the social and player details windows on portals during login and on your local nameplates. So they've been working on trying to minimize your name from as many things as humanly possible when you have streamer mode on. This also turns off custom status messages, notification photos, and avatar thumbnails on other users, so users can't say or pop up rude things through the UI. Keep in mind that streamer mode doesn't tell anyone you're streaming. That's still your responsibility as a user who, respects other people. And it doesn't hide your name from Udon, so game boards or announcements from worlds or whatever like that, it'll still show your name. So just keep that in mind if you're interested or really want to keep your name hidden while you're streaming. So other little tidbits, the tracker balls, so you can calibrate on the old full body system, has been adjusted so mirrors that only show players still show them. Still confused as to why they don't spawn a mirror for only yourself when you're calibrating yet, but hey, it's not my game. Also, new quick menu font. Fun. Bunch of other little client fixes also to make your life more immersive and less heck. When you opened the Steam overlay in the past, it would make VRChat more pixelated in the background, so Steam would be less of a buggy mess. Well, that actually had a chance of making VRChat a laggy, buggy mess, so they undid it. Don't change your VR display resolution while in-game in general. It leads to sadness a lot of the time. Sometimes your friends would see you in a seat when you were no longer in a seat, and that's been fixed. For those who had display issues with your favorite friends list, they might have fixed that, but they're not committed to that. Committed to that, so we'll see. Eventually, your social menu would stop updating properly after having VRChat open for a while. That should be fixed. Totally nothing to do with the API problems from the last couple weeks. No siree. Fix some cases where checking for VRChat Plus status would fail. I typically like to constantly click on the VRC plus icon just so I can see how many months I have left on my VRChat because, I just need to know. It's required of me. VRChat Plus is funny, and it can get confused, like displaying your avatar favorites count wrong, and that's been fixed too, just FYI. And a bunch of little fixes to make your online or offline detection more reliable in the social menu. Now your friends shouldn't be offline, but on online friends lists, for example. Maybe. Anyway, pretty good list of stuff. I'm hoping this will make Quest users and streamers happy, and I like some of those bug fixes. I know a couple people who've had those 11 frame rate issues by opening up their Steam menu, so that's a really welcome fix. There's also a couple little Udon updates and features that are explained a lot better by Valgan, who made this lovely world, but also takes like 5 minutes more, so if my short version interests you, go see Valgan's long version. 2 new event types, send custom event delayed seconds and send custom event delayed frames, which lets you schedule a custom event to be run some amount of time or some amount of frames later, which is really cool. Like for example, if you have a bicycle race and you go across the finish line, a couple seconds later you could have fireworks go off. That's cool. Send custom network event didn't work in the editor, and now it does. Whoops. The search in the node graph is wider now, so you can actually see what the results are. Useful. If an Udon behavior didn't have a program with it, it would give you a null reference exception when you left the world. But not anymore. And in the SDK, they fixed an issue when using the VRC SDK platform switcher to switch over to Android, where Quest avatars and worlds are made. The single pass stereo setting would not be toggled on properly and would cause uploads to display improperly. And that's it. That's it. If you're interested in these kind of patch note digests, it's in your interest to sub up and make sure that bell lets you know when the new videos come out. Splitting, subbing, and belling into pieces like YouTube has done is really annoying. But if you use Library, aka Odyssey, find me on there and sub there instead. It's got less ads, more stuff you want, like me. Sounds like a win in my book. But yeah, all right, that's it. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the line. Or online. On the online. I don't know. These jokes are bad. Never mind. The sheep aren't even laughing. Yikes.